We told you earlier in the newscast about a chicken's story of survival. Boo Boo drowned in a pond. His owners wondered what they could do to help save him.
And then their neighbor happens to show up and ultimately saves the day. Here is Allison Courtney with the story. Allison.
Not a lot of people have chickens for pets, but then again, not a lot of people are like Jackie and Becky Calhoun.
We enjoy the chickens for the grandkids, and we enjoy them ourselves.
Especially Boo Boo here, who got her name because she's, well, a chicken, easily scared, and that almost led to her untimely death.
She's so spooky, I figured that somebody pecked her, and she jumped and ended up in the pond.
And Jackie thinks he knows just who's to blame.
Yes, we do have suspects. Pedro. Pedro is a bandito. Where's Pedro? And he's always pecking around, and be careful, he might come over and flog you.
But Jackie wasted no time investigating. Instead, he quickly swooped Boo Boo up and began praying.
So I say, in the name of Jesus, you're going to live and not die.
But it didn't look good for Boo Boo. Jackie left the chicken with his wife, fearing the worst.
Well, in the meantime, Sis comes down here, and Becky tells Sis what had happened. And so Sis sort of takes it from there, you know.
Yeah, shut up.
Meet Sis, Jackie's sister Marion Morris, who as a retired nurse wasted no time using her skills to save Boo Boo.
Well, you open up this little beak and it's got this little tongue and you don't see an airway, so I just blew hard. It's the first time I've done CPR on a beak. Yeah.
So that's when I couldn't believe it, when she put her mouth right over that chicken's beak and started blowing into it. And his eyeballs just opened up, and then she'd stop and it would close, and she'd do it again, and his eyeballs would pop open. And I said, Jackie, when Jackie came home, I said, you will not believe what your sister did.
Jackie says he was shocked and immediately decided Boo Boo needed to be rushed to the ICU because she was still having trouble moving and squawking.
And this is the ICU, a cardboard box with water, feed, and a blanket inside. But it must have worked, because after Boo Boo's stay here, what happened next is even more unbelievable than the rest of this story, if that's even possible.
So my husband put it in the box and put it out here in the sunshine, and I was sitting out here reading my Bible. And I just got to the part where Lazarus was raised from the dead, and that chicken gave a squawk and jumped out of that box and sat outside, and I called my husband on the phone. I said, you won't believe this, the chicken has come alive.
Today, Boo Boo is doing much better. She's still quarantined, so Pedro can't get to her, but she's alive and well, and her owners owe it all to Sis.
Oh, he's a very lucky chicken to have me for a neighbor, I promise you. He was dead.
And this story is getting worldwide attention. While we were visiting the Calhouns, they got calls for interviews from Canada, London, and several national radio talk shows. And you may have seen Regis and Kelly talking about it this morning on their show. Back to you guys.